What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Rex Righteous, and I'm back with another rap rant. Alright, so I've been trying to wait for the perfect time to get this video out, and I had a few ideas, and they didn't go as well as I wanted them to, so I think the best way to do it is right now. The best time to do it is right now. So we got this interview with Triple G with Ring Magazine. And they brought up all the allegations to Golovkin. They asked him a bunch of questions. And if you think this clenbuterol thing was the bombshell, I don't think it is. Actually, the bombshell is Golovkin. Obviously, you guys know I like Golovkin. I think he's one of the best fighters out right now, if not number one. I think he's number one. But at the same time, it's hard to consider him pound for pound. That's a different discussion. But at the end of the day, I love his style. I think he's a great fighter. But on to the news. Here we go. They asked him, does he still want the fight? He says, of course I still want the fight. He says, I'm a fighter and I have unfinished business with Golovkin, with Canelo. So I'm just trying to read all the quotes and speed through them so we can get to my opinions and stuff like that. He says it caught him off guard. He says it wasn't pleasant to learn this. He says it wasn't pleasant to learn this. It was all translated in Russian. He says, I know Canelo. He doesn't need any medicine or drugs like that. It's just not a problem for Canelo. It's a problem for his whole team. This drug has been found before in other athletes in Mexico, so they should have known. That's something that I'm waiting for too. Like I said to you guys, I'm trying to become a reporter, serious, and I will become one. I definitely, hoping to God that everything turns out good and family-wise everything's healthy, but I'm on the path. So basically, I'm waiting for Canelo to drop some fucking thing where it says that he fired someone. I still haven't heard anything. And I'm literally reading this article with you guys together. So here we go. It says, Abel Sanchez, Canelo's train. This is a quote from Abel Sanchez. Canelo's trainer, Chepo Reynoso, used to be a butcher. He was in the meat business. He should know which meats to avoid because of this problem in Mexico. Wow. You see what? This is crazy, man. I don't know if this is a mind game. I don't understand this right now. Doesn't make sense. So here, furthermore, on the quotes, it says, I don't want to talk about it much. I'm assuming that's Triple G, because if it's positive that it's performance enhancing drug for him, that's just outrageous. Golovkin said, like I knew it was him. But my hope is that all parties involved will cooperate in the investigation and make more efforts to ensure clean boxing. That's what I'm for, clean boxing. Blah, 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 promoter, to ensure boxing public is a keen athlete. The commission is responsible, this is a quote, to conduct the investigation. It's really premature for us to comment on the situation before it's been concluded. I don't think Canelo should wait to address it, Loeffler told Ring Magazine. Canelo should volunteer for as many tests as VADA and the Nevada Commission feel is necessary between now and the fight. Team Canelo needs to present a good explanation, Golovkin added. There are obligations he and his team need to follow. There should be some penalties. It's his obligation now to prove that he's a clean athlete, and his process has to be controlled by VADA and the commission. If the commission says everything is okay, then I will accept that, and I'm going to be ready to fight. Golovkin continued, if Canelo is clean, then I want to prove that I am better than him. That's why I'm in the camp now. If I seem carefree, it's because when I'm in camp, I'm not thinking about Canelo's problems. I'm thinking about, I'm not a lab or I'm not a commission. I'm a champion in my gym, and I'm happily doing my job. So I guess that's where it ends right there. This was, like I said, this came out today. They were in his gym today. And they were asking him questions. Obviously, Golovkin doesn't want to be bothered with this. I mean, just with the news itself, he's not really happy with the news at all. And to think that Golovkin is not, savvy when it comes to news and things like that. He doesn't really care. He has one thing on his mind: it's his family, his team, and his scenario with the titles and how he's a champion and stuff like that. I don't think he's in the know like a lot of these boxers. They're on Twitter arguing, going back and forth, and meeting up with people and going face to face and things like that. He's not doing that because he's already proven himself in the ring, which is a completely different way of going about things, and that's how he became a star. Besides the baby face thing that HBO promoted him to be, um, it's all been him in the ring. So if you can tell from the article and everything that's going on, Golovkin is kind of shocked. Obviously, you guys know he's trained with Canelo. No, not really trained, but they sparred a little bit. They trained a little bit, talked a little bit, went back and forth. And that's why he's coming to him as a big brother. And now I think that is a really good idea for Golovkin to take that approach. Because if you go about it in a way where it's like, oh, he's a cheater, he's a cheater, he's a cheater, then, people are going to be disinterested and they're not going to want to watch the fight. But if he goes about it like this, where he's like 50-50, neutral, I just want my title, I just want to win, it's a great approach, in my opinion. It's almost like Canelo's going to have to figure it out. The ball is in his court. And Oscar De La Hoya, don't be freaking hiding behind that dude, because I know that that's what Canelo does and De La Hoya does. They hide behind each other, man. They play this little stupid game, and I sometimes I can see right through it. But anyway, the whole allegation and the whole thing about that's crazy, man. I didn't even know that Abel Sanchez says that that Chepo Reynoso used to be a butcher. That's insane. That's too much of a coincidence. So now you got a guy that he knows Canelo's trainer should know to not be doing this kind of crap. That gives him more of a, like, their ears are up now. And I don't think Golovkin's ears are up, but I think Abel Sanchez's ears are up. And it's good that he has them in his corner, that Golovkin has them in his corner, man, because I did not know anything close to that, and that is freaking crazy. It makes no sense, man. It makes no sense. That should not be going on. At first, I found it fishy. As the days go by, there's more information coming out about how, a lot of soccer players and, athletes all over the world would know not to eat, in Mexico. And it's not because, they don't want to eat the food there. It's because they're rich, man. They know what can happen with that food. And obviously, it's not like it's going to ruin you forever, but it can get you sick. These guys they're athletes. They're rich. I don't think it should be going that way. But, hey, it might happen. I don't know. I do think that there is something fishy. It smells. I feel like there's a pattern. They got caught twice, positive twice. So I'm not a lab guy. I'm not a science guy. I will have some folks calling when I do get a show. When I get that going, I will have nurses, people that are in the medical field calling to clarify and to at least give us something to trace. But at the end of the day, with all this allegation stuff, it is weird, and we all know, regardless of the fact, we know what a steroid user could look like, and we know that Canelo in the past has been accused of this, being that he was, using Canelo weight to make fights. Instead of fighting at 154 or 160, he would fight at 155. He would fight little guys, blow them out with one punch. But I'm not trying to stay stuck on that because I question almost every athlete. I love Golovkin's attitude in this scenario, but I question almost every athlete because you just never know. And until all athletes can prove to me at the same time that it's not happening, then no. Because if you listen to a lot of the interviews of basketball players, football players, they always make it seem like they're singled out and you know that they might not take it or they don't take it, and they just be like, hey, there are athletes that take it. So you know it's something that you have to always be mindful of. What I always respect is the people that just don't get caught. They just don't get caught, and then there's so many people that always say stuff about different boxes or whatever, but look at whose hand is in the cookie jar. The guy that has all the money, the guy that's the face of the sport in a sense. He's the most paid, and he's coming from a country where everybody boxes, and that's where all the legends are from. That's where the WBC has their title, and that's where they're from. Come on, man. This is weird. That's basically what I can say is that it's weird. I don't believe it. Like I said, it smells. It smells. And what else could I say? Golovkin, man. He's gonna go ahead and fight this dude. I know that he's not afraid. I know that he's fought different kinds of fighters all his life. I know he doesn't talk much about it, but he's fought a lot of different type of people in his life. And he goes to different countries. He knows what's going on. He's literally a world champion. Literally a world champion. So he's just waiting for his opportunity. I find it really strange, though, that this pops up now. Still 3 months left for the fight. I'm still very much intrigued, but it kind of threw me off. And now there's just memes every single day about Canelo. And I'm hoping that, like I said, I'm hoping that Canelo can at least say, I'm firing somebody. Somebody's getting fired. I don't care if it's, your aunt that you're firing. I don't give a crap who it is. Somebody has to get fired. Somebody got to pay for this. Somebody's got to take the blame for this, because it cannot just be that you ate contaminated meat and then that's it. There's got to be more to the story. As Golovkin is saying, and I'm literally waiting for it. I'm waiting for it, man. I want to see some quotes, and I want to see something that makes sense, because this was not concrete. I was watching Boxing Voice. I was listening to their podcast, and they said that they found it weird that everything just came out all together. And if you check my Twitter, I was on that before they even posted that video, the Boxing Voice. I was on that on Twitter. I was asking Dougie Fisher, I was like, how is it that these guys are talking like if they're all the same? Like if they're all together? I was like, yo, is the lab saying that it seems like it has traces, like as if it was contaminated meat, or is it Golden Boy, or is it both? And then Dougie Fisher tweeted back to me and he said, oh no, it's the lab. But usually labs don't do that. They don't get involved with what they think another fighter is doing or what it might be. It's just, it is what it is, and that's it. Now you guys deal with it, and then the promotion comes out and says, yo, okay, it might have been this. We're sorry to our fans, blah, blah, blah. It was none of that. It was the lab literally formulating an opinion for you. And I did not like that. And that is the first time I see stuff like that with Vada. But as you guys know, I can't be as hardcore as I want to, because obviously I have things to take care of. I got a lot of responsibilities. So I can't be as a hound as I want to be, because I would be all over it. But to tell you the truth, guys, I don't find that stuff funny. Yeah, that's the first time I've seen Vada act like that. But people have questioned Vada before too. And I know there's a lot of YouTubers out there that are questioning a lot of stuff, Some people think that Golovkin shouldn't even fight Canelo. Yeah, it's looking fishy, man. It's looking fishy. So I just made this video to let you guys know that I'm on the ball. I wanted to make a video about it. I wanted to get into more details, but I think I covered a lot of it. And being that I covered the most latest quotes, I think it'll help me. It'll help me in my channel with this topic. But I don't know if there's more to this. It's kind of strange. I don't know. There's still a lot left for this fight. Still a lot of months left, and if there's more allegations or more things coming out with Canelo, he's forever screwed, like forever. And there's no excuses. There will be no excuses for him. Seriously, he dodged this man for almost 3 years now, probably 4. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you guys, I think Canelo is super talented. I think that he can beat a lot of the middleweights in his division. But if he's doing it like this, then he's going to look really bad. And Oscar's going to have shit and eggs all over his face because he's done. He's calling out Deontay Wilder to sign with him. I'm disgusted by De La Hoya. He needs to come out quick, man. Because he didn't look right when the Ali Bird score came out. You know, he kept referring to the fight being beautiful and great. But if the fight was great and beautiful, then why would you want it again? You know what I'm saying? There's got to be an answer. And if it was a draw to you, then say it was a draw. But then he says the Canelo 175. You don't really know what the hell you're saying, because 7-5 almost sounds like a draw. And if you're slightly biased, then that's for sure not a draw to you, because you think that you think that Canelo should have it. But since you're slightly biased, it is a draw to you. That's basically what it comes down to. And he didn't want to hear that Golovkin won. He didn't want to have to put up with it. I don't think he ever wanted it. I think he left it up to Canelo, which is smart as an ex-boxer, because he knows that the fans will eat them up, and he's insecure of all that. But I'm done with De La Hoya, man. I don't trust a word that man says. I'm sorry, but and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are gonna agree with me, but I see him as another Don King now. As soon as he opens his mouth, I'm not believing one inkling of a fucking word that man has to say. Not even a little thing. You know? Maybe an opinion about a boxer's style or something like that. But even if you're talking about music or whatever, I've never, nothing, no opinions. I will never, ever. No. Business, that's a different story. Maybe in the future, who knows? I don't know. But like I said, now when it comes to him being a promoter, I can't trust him. And a lot of promoters are not that great when it comes to keeping their words. But, you know, just don't be in the freaking limelight so much, especially when all this bull crap happens. You know, just get out the way and let things simmer for what it is. Let the media ask questions and tell the truth. But yeah, that's basically it. This subject has been going on for a while, and I feel like a lot of people are beating it down to the ground. And then there's some people that are not reporting on it. They're just not interested. I want to hear more from you guys, if that's possible. You know, big shout out to all my friends on the YouTubers. You know, we haven't been talking. It used to be a great big community, and I'm still waiting for some guys to upload. But yeah, that's basically it. I don't got much more to say, man. I'm gonna be waiting on some more information, and I might try to see what's up with an interview for some upcoming fights that might be in New York or Vegas. So, you know, stay tuned. I know I don't post much, but I'm gonna keep trying. Until then, folks, stay in contact. Twitter, RafLegend193. Follow me. Subscribe on YouTube, Rex Righteous #1, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That's where I'm active right now. So until then, guys, you guys take care. Let's try to keep boxing alive. Peace out.